In a press briefing on Tuesday at the Prime Minister's Lounge, the Ministers of Education and Health reported on the highlights of their 5-day state visit to Cuba. One of the main issues arising from the trip was the concerns of St. Lucian students currently studying nursing in Cuba. The Education Minister, Arsene James, says these students had valid concerns about the nursing program they are currently undertaking. He says while the program was initially slated to run for 3 years, upon revision, students have been encouraged to complete a 5-year course.
They were not sure what was happening to them because initially I think there was not a clear understanding as to the status of those persons who went to do the nursing program. Because you were hearing at first it was going to be a nurse aide, they were nurse aides. And then some of them are saying, well, they only bargained to remain in Cuba for 3 years, but the nursing council, right now, what they are stressing, to become a nurse, you have to sit what is known as a regional exam, which would include all the others, and then you get a license, and that license would give you that authority to practice in all of the other islands. Now, after 3 years, they were saying that the curriculum, vis-a-vis the curriculum for the regional exam, they did not match.
After the initial 3-year program, students will complete an additional 2 years, earning them a Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
We try to encourage them to do the 5-year program, which would give them a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and which would bring them more, would equip them to write that regional exam, which would give them that license to practice as a nurse, not only in St. Lucia, but within the region. And of course, once they are licensed, they can also practice in North America and the United Kingdom.
James says while students expressed interest in pursuing the 5-year course, they were understandably concerned about how the remaining 2 years would be financed. The Education Minister says the government will seek the assistance of the St. Lucia Development Bank in that regard.
The Prime Minister mentioned a number of things that he would look into. For example, one of the problems they spoke about was the cost, that the monies that they go up with is insufficient, and whether we could sort of extend the loan, give them something more, and we decided we would look into that. There is also the question of, well, of course, in Cuba they use the Cuban peso, which is only used in Cuba. Anytime you get there they get there with a US dollar, you are taxed 20% on it. So if you have $100 US, you lose $20 US out of it. And the students find that this is not helping.
The Prime Minister will ask Cuban officials to provide assistance to St. Lucian students by waiving the tax. Upon completion of the 5-year nursing degree program, the students will be required to write a regional exam to attain a nursing license. Based on the issues arising from the course, the Health Minister and others have advocated better vetting of programs offered to St. Lucians in the future. Lovely St.Aimee, HTS News, Channel 4.